All right, everybody, so welcome back to Jim Bob's Garden. Today I want to talk about something called weed tea. Now, I'm sure this has been done before, but I heard about this from David the Good, who has a fantastic channel. If you get a chance to check him out, check him out. I learned a lot from this guy. But, so what we got is, if you look down in here, this is some nasty stuff. Can you step up? This is some nasty stuff, and what it is, basically, is weeds in rainwater that I've been letting rot down. This one's been in there for about, I don't know, about a week and a half, 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks. All right. Now, the reason I want rainwater instead of chlorinated water is chlorinated water has chlorine in it. And the issue with that is it can kill the bacteria, and bacteria is what we're after here. So, I want to show you my tools here. One is just a regular old clay pot with a single hole in the bottom. A regular bucket with a lid. Now I keep this with the lid on it so that hopefully it'll rot down a little faster. And then I want to show you this. This is just a filter material that you can buy from any fish store. Any fish tank store, any good fish tank store will have this weed material. Now, is this absolutely necessary? No, but I'll show you what I do. I take this and I stuff it in the bottom of the pot like so. And then I take this and I fill it up with this nasty, stinky, slimy water. All right. And you get your watering bucket. And then what I do is I just pour it straight into there. Hang on. Let me rearrange this a little bit. Now, you don't want this tipping over while you're doing it. And you don't really want to get this on you because it stinks. But then I pour this in there and it'll come out that single hole in the bottom and it'll filter out the big chunks. Then we'll set that down to leak over there. So now what I got is about yay much in the bottom of my water barrel. Now come over here. So my daughter just made a comment. Is that bucket why it smells like a zoo over there? Yeah. All right, it smells like poop.
It smells nice.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like the zoo.
Yeah.
It smells like animal poop, and that's the whole goal. Is what? Yeah, I don't have animals here because I live in an HOA. So what I'm trying to do is create bacteria that is good for the soil and I can put down into the soil. If it doesn't stink, it's not ready yet. You want it to stink. Then what I do is I just go ahead and fill this up from my rain barrel. So the reason I filter it is I don't want to get this all fogged up. That's really the only reason that it needs to be filtered. It's just to keep the big chunks from going in. You can use this without filtering it, and whatever is left behind will be a compost or a mulch, and that's not a bad thing. The only issue with that is if you're going to use it in a rain barrel, out of a watering bucket, obviously going to clog up your watering bucket. And you can do the same thing with a funnel if you want to. Now what I do is I just take this and I put it on my plants.
Yeah, it just immediately makes me think of giraffes for some reason.
Of what?
Giraffes.
Yeah. It does smell like shit, huh?
Yeah, because like the giraffe area is always where it smells strongest like this, you know?
Right. Alright, so then what I do is I just use this on my plants as a fertilizer, as a liquid fertilizer. And these are new plants that I just planted. So hopefully this will do them some good. Now, don't put this, well, alright, you can do what you want. I don't put this on anything that I'm going to eat. As my daughter so colorfully noticed, it does smell like shit. or as she put it, smells like the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you put it on plants that you're going to eat the leaves from, unless you get a lot of rain, I mean, you're going to be eating what you just poured on them. This is good for the leaves. It'll soak a lot of this nutrient in through the leaves, and it's also good to get down into the soil because it'll create bacterial growth, and that bacterial growth is what you want. That's what actually creates good soil. All right, so I'm going to get another bucket of water, and I'm going to put it over the top of where I've just put the fertilizer in. But that's how I make my weed tea. A lot of people have asked me about compost tea. I have not yet done the compost tea. I'll be working on that next. But this weed tea is very easy. Just take the weeds you pull, put them in a bucket, fill the bucket with water, put a lid on it, and let it sit for 2 weeks. It'll stink to high heaven, but it'll do wonders for your plants, or at least we hope so. I'm fixing to find out here in a very short amount of time. All right, so thanks once again for stopping by. Try some weed tea. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think, and most importantly, grow something.